even if you don't even know if you need a printer, because the price is ridiculous, all right? And I don't like to sell things just on price because it's HP. It's the #1 brand out there. I own an HP printer. I've owned one forever. I've had two. I actually bought a new one a few years back. And I love them. They're so reliable. This is a lot of things mine doesn't. Mine does not have an auto dock feeder, which I can't stand because at tax time and I want to send things out, or if you ever want to send a fax, mine doesn't have a fax machine either. This has everything. It's an all-in-one printer, copier, and scanner, and fax machine. It is a 35-sheet auto dock feeder on the top. So if you have stacks of things you need to copy or print, you could feed it right in there. Automatically will take them right through. It is 50% off our everyday price. The inks alone are worth the $50. I pay, my printer has a different ink and it costs me about $60, $70 every time I go to the store to get it. By the way, you can get instant ink with this as well if you want to get instant ink, which automatically recognizes when your printer needs ink and it'll send it out to you. You can e-print from any device, phones, tablets, whatever, e-print from no matter where you are. You can be in California and send a picture to your printer in Connecticut, no problem, just hit your phone, it'll recognize it. It is also OfficeJet imagery, which is crystal clear and very, very crisp. The color is all saturated. It's a great photo printer. It does it all. 743-250, 50% off at $49. Get one. Just get one. Aaron Berger, I don't know how we do this because the inks, Aaron, the inks are worth 50 bucks.
Yeah, I'll tell you how we do it. HP is the #1 selling brand at HSN. We sell more HP than we sell anything else across our kitchen and jewelry and fashion and home. So HP does an incredible deal on a printer for us for Thanksgiving weekend each year. This is the only airing today. I have one other scheduled airing, pardon me, that's not even a full airing period, and they'll be gone. So if you want a true all-in-one copy, print, scan, and fax, like Guy said, a lot of times, frankly, if there's even such a thing as a printer in this price range, which there really kind of barely is, but you wouldn't expect it to have a touchscreen. This has a 2.5-inch touchscreen on it. Like Guy said, you certainly wouldn't expect it to have an auto document feeder. Auto doc feeder means you can take your documents, pop them in there up to 35 pages. You don't have to do 1, 2, 3 pages at a time because we're busy on Thanksgiving morning. We got turkeys to cook, right? We don't got time to do that. So it's easy. You just pop 35 pages in there. And here's the other thing that my buddy Guy mentioned already is the ability to print from a mobile device or from a computer. This has something called Hpe Print in it, which allows you to email to the print. So from any computer, tablet, phone in the world, you can send an email with a document attachment or a photo attachment, or even easier, this is the HP Smart app that you can download on Apple devices, on Android devices, it doesn't matter. So what this means is maybe mom has an Android tablet. Maybe dad has an iPad. Maybe one of the kids has a Windows phone. Maybe another one of the kids has, Guy and I have an awesome HP 15-inch touchscreen AllinOne processor computer coming up here in about 10 minutes or so. Maybe somebody has an HP computer in the house. Everybody can print to the same printer, and here's the other key. You see, this is gonna print from my phone in less than a minute, and it is the lowest price per page color printing on any printer in America under $200 when you use HP Instant Ink. That's what your print looks like, and the ink for that print cost 5 pennies, Guy, just 5 cents.
Crazy, and the images are amazing. If you just bought it and you wanted to use it, you know, just for pictures, I can't tell you how beautiful and crisp the images are. And you know, when you're talking about pennies per photo versus going to a photo place and spending dollars for photo, you can look at how beautiful and look at borderless pictures. I mean, look at the action. Look at the blades of grass around the dog's feet. I mean, that's incredible imagery to get from a printer, and that's like kiosk quality. You know, when you bring your stuff somewhere, look at that cutie pie little face. Look at that. I mean, every little detail is perfect. Look at those 3, oh my goodness. And you will get these kind of pictures. So if you're just using it as your everyday photo printer, you will be impressed. But I think, Aaron, what people love about HP is that they buy an HP printer for everything, right? This is not an industrial office printer because look at the size of it. You know, if you had an industrial, it'd be as big as this table, right? They give you a great size, and this is middle of the road size, okay? It's not their big jumbo, it's not their little tiny one, it's the perfect size. Because remember, when you have an auto dock feeder, you have to add this whole top layer right here, okay? But it's worth it. Anybody knows during tax time, or if anybody wants you to fax something, you know, the real crappy part for me is I bought my last HP printer, and never thinking I would need a fax machine, right? Do you know how many times I've had people say, could you fax that to me? You know, could you fax me a copy of your license or whatever it is, whenever you're doing, real estate insurance, you're applying for something, or could you give me a copy of that, of your license? It happens all the time, and I would much rather be able to scan things in or fax things to them, because they always say, send it to my fax machine, and I'm like, I don't have a fax machine. So I wind up going to the UPS place because they have a fax machine, which is annoying. You get all of those, okay? You get every one of those different features is built into this, including that auto dock feature, which is a great big deal. Let's talk a little bit more about the value here, because Aaron, you could go out and easily spend $150 on a really good printer, but you're getting the #1 brand out there. So why get it? You know?
Why wouldn't you? And we're including, so here's what we're doing. We're including full ink cartridges. So this is a full color cartridge and a full black cartridge. They won't be in these cardboard containers. They'll be kind of more like wrapped in a cellophane type thing. So you'll find those in your box. They're each good for about 150 prints. And then I wanted to spend a minute talking about HP Instant Ink, because when you're finished with your ink, what do? Well, you get ink for basically half off. What is HP Instant Ink? HP Instant Ink is an ink replacement program. So your printer orders ink, so you'll always have it. What happens is, as your ink gets low, your printer knows, it lets HP know to send ink to you. They send ink to you.
Best thing
but
ever.
It's not like it really is.
Yeah,
your credit card doesn't get dinged for, $60 or $70 or $80, right? It's a monthly thing. Most of us do the $4.99 plan. No annual fee. You can change or cancel your plans at any time. Your ink, your shipping, and your cartridge recycling are included. Now look at this next page. So again, the middle plan, which is what almost all of us use, $4.99. You get 100 pages per month. That breaks down to 5 pennies per print, even for your full page, color, edge to edge, the full deal. It's only 5 pennies. The average yearly savings on that is about $204. That means you just paid for your printer 4 times in the first year that you own it. In the first 3 months that you own it, you will have saved enough on ink, according to this average, to pay for the price of the printer. Yeah. So it makes so much sense. Getting a printer at a great deal is one thing. Knowing that you're not going to have to spend a bucket of money every time you want ink for the printer is quite another.
And when do you run out of ink? At the worst time. Right?
Always.
You always run out because none of us have an ink monitor inside there. Okay, we get one thing that says you're running low, and then you forget about it, and then the next time you realize you can't use that print because there's no ink left or you ran out of a color. Let me tell you, if you replace your cartridges more than once a year, then you need Instant Ink. It's an easy way to save money. My cartridges are $65 a piece. I go through probably 3 sets a year. It's $180, $190. Instead, I could spend $60 a year on the $4.99 plan. It's a great deal. Anyway, we digress. Let's get back to the machine itself. Let's go through all the features once again. We have about 5 minutes, Aaron. We have. Do you know we had 18,000 of these? We're already down to the final 4,100 something. So they are going very, very quickly. But let's start at the top, work our way down. Let's talk about the clarity, the imagery, all that great stuff.
To you. It's 4,800 DPI, so 4,800 dots per inch is the image clarity. It's what you get on HP's nicest printers. If you're just joining us, I am really going to start literally at the beginning. In fact, I'm even going to just kind of close it up and show you how to set it up. So this is, when everything's closed up, this is the printer. You pop this out at the bottom. This will catch your paper. You load your paper here at the back. Really, really simple. It goes boom.
I like that. So no hidden tray, just load it in so you know when you're out.
No, it's really, you never get a surprise that you're out. That's exactly right. Now here's another thing that closes and opens. This is your auto document feeder. Auto document feeder is great because it means when you have more than, one page is easy to do on the flatbed, right? But what if you have 10 pages? You don't want to have to go 1, 2, 3. You get the idea, right? 35-page auto document feeder. So you can just pop it in here and listen. You could hear that, right? Could you hear that?
Yeah, I heard the ding.
Ding, ding. Yeah, it lets you know that it's in there and then it's ready to go. One of the other best parts about this printer is that it has a screen on the front of it. This is a touch screen. So if you want to touch copy, or you want to touch print, or you want to touch scan, or you want to touch fax, remember it's an all-in-one: copy, print, scan, and fax. You can choose how many numbers, up to I think 99 copies or 99 prints on the front there. One of the nice things about that is, again, very often in this price range, your printers don't have a screen on. They might have like one little screen, but it's just much harder to navigate the printer. Having a touchscreen, you know, it's like having a little phone or a little tablet on the front of your printer. It makes it so much easier to navigate. And then when you print to it, you can print from any device because this has Hpe Print built in. Hpe Print means, it actually means like if I'm going to be at a little Thanksgiving out in my courtyard later today. If anybody takes a photo and I go, oh, I love that. That's a great selfie or a great photo of all of us. Would you send it to Aaron@hpeprint.com? When I get home, when I walk in my door from the courtyard, it will be printed and waiting for me already. The nice thing about that is this can be from anywhere in the world. So if I have a photo on my phone, you know, my folks are at their house today. They're maybe watching right now. Hi, Mom and Dad. Happy Thanksgiving. And if we take a photo of Max or my sister's visiting, if we send a picture, the nice thing is I can send it directly to Mom's printer. I just email it to momburger@hpeprint.com. So she'll actually get a photo that comes out of her printer. It's so nice, especially in this day and age where we're a little bit more disconnected from each other, to kind of get something tactile. Of course, you can also print from any mobile device. HP has one of the best mobile apps I've ever seen. It's called the HP Smart App. So you can print from any Android device or any Apple device. It allows you to print, allows you to scan, do all kinds of things. And then last thing I'll mention here, I know we're almost out of time. This print costs 5 pennies using HP Instant Ink. This print costs 5 pennies. And this is important to point out because very often, even if you can get a great deal on your printer, you cannot very often get a deal on a printer like this. But even, let's say you get a great deal on your printer, it's very often the case where you end up spending a lot of money in ink over time. This is the lowest price color printing on any printer in America, under $200 when you use HP Instant Ink.
Yeah, you know, it's funny, when it first came out, I didn't do it. And then I was like, this is crazy because I'm running out of ink at the worst time. I got to remember that I got to take a picture of the little number on the machine because I always forget what my ink cartridges are.
Right.
Instant Ink knows your ink, and they know when you're getting low because you're connected to them. You're connected to them through your wireless system, and they will read that. Okay, we need to send Joe some ink, so they send it right before your computer will run out, and you're never without it, and you're getting the best price. All right, and you don't have to get in your car and drive to the office store. Nobody wants to do that, right? You don't have to leave and go to a big store. It takes care of itself, it manages itself, and realistically at 50% off today, you cannot beat this deal. 743-240, if you want to get it for $9.99, get a new HSN credit card. We'll put $40 in your account, you can use it on this. $9.99, what a good deal that is. This is a perfect item to use it for, guys, so get on board with that. All right.